It allows me to talk about one of my favourite areas of policy. I am genuinely excited by the engagement that we continue to carry out across Scotland as part of designing our forthcoming Addressing Depopulation Action Plan. We know that there is no quick fix for the challenges that lead to depopulation and that those challenges vary substantially from one area to another. And that's why we've engaged with a wide range of local, regional and national stakeholders to ensure that the final plan will be place-based and best support communities to thrive. So over the summer I've heard from the Western Isles about how Syrian refugees are learning Gaelic. I've heard from Inverness about how migrants are keeping businesses and schools going. And along with Emma Harper, I heard in Dumfries about how business owners are begging for more migrants to come and work with them. And from Butte about how experienced and knowledgeable matching within various resettlement schemes, including from Ukraine and Syria, have brought home caring, economically active and loved members of their communities. Certainly.
Brian Hussop.
Very grateful for the Minister giving. Let me tell you, I always tell the truth. Would she accept, though, that and there's a lot of really good speeches in here today? I mean, Amber just talking about we need to make sure that people are recompensed properly. I think we all recognise the importance of inward migration, but in doing that, we have to recognise, or at least try and understand, why we can't get our own Indigenous population to work in these areas as well. And that's something we need to really have a hone in on, because, as I said before, if we pay people properly, if we house them properly, if we give them proper services, there is a cost associated with that, and that inevitably is going to have to be paid somewhere, whether that be, whether we increase the prices, or whether we, the government intervenes in that to make sure that the prices don't go up.
Minister.
I think core to our approach is always fair work. And a well-being economy, and it goes back to what Christine Graham was just saying. It is a give and take. We have a very large Scottish diaspora across the world, and it's about sharing skills, sharing expertise, and making sure that people who do want to travel around and do seasonal work have that ability to do so, and those who want to come and live and work and contribute to Scotland can do that too long term. And of course, I've also heard from people about housing, transport and connectivity solutions that are driven by the community and supported by national government, and we are committed to supporting those locally tailored solutions across all policy areas. But, Presiding Officer, we cannot ignore the important role of migration. We've just seen with the publication of the early census data that Scotland is in a different position to other countries in the UK. We are looking at potential decrease in the next decade. All of Scotland's future population growth is projected to come from migration, so any reduction in migration impacts on the size of the working population. We need a solution that meets Scotland's needs and allows our communities and our economy to flourish. Recently published research from Migration Policy Scotland has also found positive public attitudes towards immigration. Nearly 4 in 10 people want immigration to be increased, and nearly 6 in 10 people see the impacts of immigration as positive at a national level. So while there is negative attitude towards migration, it is our job as politicians, as leaders, to discuss these issues responsibly and explain clearly why migration is necessary, positive and welcome, a good thing for communities, and not to join the likes of the UK Government in making the dangerous and frankly disgusting comments that we've seen over the last few days about asylum seekers and refugees, which only seeks to create a hostile environment that impacts not only migrants but the wider LGBTQ community and people of colour.